Hey, Bill and Daisy, welcome back. It feels like just yesterday we were knee-deep in holiday chaos. And now...
I know, right? All the presents are unwrapped.
Yeah, and the decorations are slowly but surely...
Coming down.
Coming down, yeah. Tell me, though, I feel like I'm still in a total food coma from all the deliciousness.
Oh, absolutely.
How about you?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, speaking of food coma, Bill, I'm curious, what was the one dish you just couldn't stop going back to this year?
Oh, that is a tough one. I gotta say, it's a tie between my mom's famous gingerbread cookies and just a mountain of creamy mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I have a major sweet tooth, but
I hear you.
those potatoes are pure comfort food bliss.
Oh, yeah.
What about you? What was your favorite?
Okay, you've got me craving gingerbread now. My weakness is anything stuffing.
Ooh.
My grandma's recipe is legendary.
Wow.
Packed with herbs and sausage, and it wouldn't be the holidays without it.
You know, that's a perfect lead into what we're diving into today.
Okay.
We're going on a whirlwind tour of holiday foods across the globe,
So excited.
exploring those dishes that make each celebration unique and the traditions woven into every bite.
I am already hungry for knowledge.
Yes.
So, Bill, you mentioned those classic American holiday meals like Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I'm picturing like a Norman Rockwell painting with a massive turkey as the centerpiece.
Right.
What are some of the must-have dishes on those tables?
You hit the nail on the head. That golden roasted turkey is practically an American icon,
Yeah.
but it's not just about the bird.
Right.
It's the whole symphony of flavors. Fluffy mashed potatoes, tangy cranberry sauce, sweet potato casserole with those irresistible marshmallows on top.
Oh, my God.
And of course, no holiday table is complete without a generous slice of pumpkin pie.
It's like a celebration of abundance,
Yeah.
a symbol of a plentiful harvest and the joy of sharing with loved ones.
You got that right. And it's interesting to trace those traditions back to the very first Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Imagine those early settlers expressing gratitude for a successful harvest.
Right.
And sharing the fruits of their labor with both Native Americans and their fellow colonists.
Mm-hmm.
That spirit of sharing and gratitude is still at the heart of those meals today,
Yeah,
even if the menu has evolved over time.
absolutely. And it's amazing how those flavors and traditions have become so deeply ingrained in American culture.
Mm-hmm.
But our culinary journey doesn't stop there. We've got a whole world of holiday flavors to explore.
Exactly.
Daisy, you mentioned baklava earlier, which takes us straight to the Middle East and the celebration of Eid al-Fitr.
Exactly. Eid al-Fitr marks the end of Ramadan.
Right.
A month of fasting observed by Muslims worldwide. After a month of spiritual reflection and self-discipline,
Yeah.
Eid is a time for joyous celebration, generosity, and hospitality.
I love that.
And the food plays a central role in expressing those values.
So it's about more than just breaking the fast.
Right.
It's about sharing abundance and strengthening community bonds.
Precisely. Picture this. Tender, slow-cooked lamb or goat,
Okay.
infused with aromatic spices, served alongside fragrant pilaf and a colorful array of salads and dips.
Sounds amazing.
And of course, no Eid celebration would be complete without the sweet indulgence of baklava.
You're making me hungry. But what exactly is baklava? I know it's a sweet treat, but tell us a bit more about those unique flavors and textures.
Imagine layers upon layers of paper-thin phyllo dough brushed with melted butter
Okay.
and layered with a rich filling of chopped nuts, often pistachios, walnuts, or almonds,
No.
all sweetened with honey or syrup.
Okay.
It's baked to golden perfection,
Right.
resulting in a crispy, flaky, and irresistibly sweet treat.
I can almost taste it.
Each bite is an explosion of textures and flavors.
I bet.
The crunch of the pastry, the nutty richness of the filling, and the sweet, sticky delight of the syrup.
Okay, that settles it.
Yeah.
Baklava is officially on my must-try list.
Yes,
Sounds like the perfect way to celebrate the end of Ramadan.
it is.
But our global food tour doesn't stop there. Next, we're heading to South Asia, where we'll explore the vibrant festival of Diwali.
Diwali, the Festival of Lights,
Yes.
is a joyous celebration that symbolizes the victory of light over darkness, good over evil, and knowledge over ignorance.
Love that.
And just like Eid food plays a central role in expressing those values and bringing people together.
When I think of Diwali, I think of dazzling lights, colorful decorations, and a sense of joyous energy.
Yes.
How does the food contribute to that atmosphere?
The food during Diwali is incredibly diverse,
Yeah.
reflecting the vast culinary landscape of South Asia.
Good.
You'll find an array of sweet and savory treats,
Uh-huh.
each symbolizing different aspects of the celebration.
Awesome.
On the sweet side, there are decadent delights like gulab jamun, those soft, spongy milk balls soaked in rose-flavored syrup.
Oh, wow.
And laddu, those irresistible balls of graham flour, sugar, and nuts.
Okay.
These sweets symbolize the sweetness of life itself and the joy of sharing with loved ones.
Ooh, gulab jamun sounds amazing. I have a major sweet tooth, so I'd be all over those.
Yes.
But what about the savory side of things?
Yes.
What are some of the popular savory snacks enjoyed during Diwali?
On the savory side, you'll find crispy samosas filled with spiced potatoes and peas, flavorful chutneys, a medley of textures and flavors with crispy fried dough chutneys and yogurt, and a variety of lentil-based snacks.
Got it.
These savory treats are perfect for sharing with friends and family during the festivities, symbolizing abundance and prosperity.
So it's a feast for both the eyes and the taste bugs.
Exactly.
It seems like the food during Diwali is all about celebrating life's richness and sharing those joys with the people you love.
Exactly. It's about embracing the abundance of flavors, colors, and textures and sharing those delights with family and friends.
All right, we've gone from the heartland of America to the Middle East and now South Asia.
Yes.
We're starting to see a pattern here.
You're catching on. No matter where we go, food seems to be the common thread, weaving together cultures and traditions.
That's right.
It's a powerful way to connect with our heritage and to celebrate the things that matter most.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Food is a universal language of celebration and connection.
It is.
But our culinary adventure isn't over yet.
Right.
We've still got a few more stops on our global tour.
Of course.
Where to next?
Well, for our next culinary adventure, let's hop over to East Asia and experience the vibrant celebration of Chinese New Year.
Ah, Chinese New Year. I've always been fascinated by those colorful parades, those elaborate dragon dances, and of course the incredible food.
Yes.
What are some of the culinary traditions that make Chinese New Year so special?
Chinese New Year is all about ushering in good luck and prosperity for the coming year, and the food plays a crucial role in those aspirations.
Right.
You'll find it fascinating that many of the dishes served during this time are laden with symbolism. Their shapes, colors, and flavors carefully chosen to invite good fortune.
So it's like edible good luck charms. Tell me more about those symbolic dishes.
Right.
What are some of the must-haves on a Chinese New Year table?
One of the most iconic dishes is dumplings, often shaped to resemble ancient Chinese gold ingots. These little pockets of deliciousness filled with savory meats or vegetables symbolize wealth and a prosperous future.
I knew there was a reason I love dumplings so much. What other culinary delights grace the Chinese New Year table?
Fish is another key component, often served whole, because the word for fish in Mandarin Yu sounds like the word for abundance or surplus.
Interesting.
Serving a whole fish symbolizes a wish for a year filled with abundance and prosperity from beginning to end.
That's so clever. It's like you're using food to literally speak good luck into existence.
Right.
What other dishes carry those lucky vibes?
Spring rolls are another favorite. Their golden cylindrical shape resembling gold bars, again representing wealth and prosperity. These crispy rolls filled with a variety of savory ingredients are a delightful way to invite good fortune into the new year.
Okay, I'm officially adding dumplings, fish, and spring rolls to my Chinese New Year menu. It's amazing how food can be both delicious and deeply meaningful.
Yes.
But we're not done with our global food tour yet. Where to next?
Let's head south to Latin America, where we'll explore the contrasting traditions of Christmas and Day of the Dead, both celebrated with a unique blend of flavors and rituals.
Ah, Latin America. I'm picturing vibrant colors, lively music, and of course, incredibly flavorful food.
Yes.
What are some of the culinary traditions that stand out during those celebrations?
In Mexico, Christmas is often celebrated with tamales, those delicious pockets of corn dough filled with savory meats, chilies, cheeses, and other regional specialties.
Oh, yeah?
You might be surprised to learn that these labor-intensive treats are much more than just a delicious meal.
Okay.
They symbolize the earth and family unity, with families often gathering to prepare them together, sharing stories and laughter as they spread the masa and carefully wrap each tamale.
I've had tamales before, and they're truly a labor of love to make. That sense of family and togetherness definitely comes through in the final product.
Yes.
But tell us more about Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
It's a celebration quite unlike any other.
Right.
A time to remember and honor loved ones who have passed.
Yeah.
What role does food play in this unique tradition?
Day of the Dead is a time to celebrate the lives of those who have passed, to remember them fondly, and to welcome their spirits back to the world of the living.
I love that.
Food plays a central role in these rituals, with families creating elaborate altars adorned with offerings for their departed loved ones.
I've seen pictures of those altars, and they're truly breathtaking.
Yeah.
So much care and love goes into creating them.
Yes.
What are some of the foods typically offered on those altars?
One of the most iconic offerings is pan de muerto, which translates to bread of the dead.
Right.
It's a sweet, round bread, often flavored with anise or orange zest, and adorned with bone-shaped decorations made from dough.
Wow.
It symbolizes the cycle of life and death, and it's a way to nourish and welcome the spirits of ancestors.
I've always been fascinated by pan de muerto.
Yeah.
It's both beautiful and a bit eerie, a sweet reminder of the delicate balance between life and death.
Right.
What other foods might we find on a Day of the Dead altar?
You'll often find the deceased's favorite foods and drinks, along with colorful sugar skulls, candles, and marigolds, their vibrant scent believed to guide the spirits home. It's a beautiful and touching tradition, a way to remember and honor those who came before us, sharing a symbolic meal with them in spirit.
So even in honoring the dead, food plays a central role in connecting with loved ones and carrying on traditions. That's incredibly powerful.
Yes.
Where does our global food tour take us next?
Well, for our final stop, let's journey to Africa, a continent brimming with diverse cultures and culinary traditions where food plays a central role in celebrations of all kinds.
I'm excited to explore the culinary landscape of Africa. It's a continent I know far too little about.
Yeah.
What are some of the common threads we see when it comes to food and celebration in Africa?
One thing you'll find across many African cultures is a strong emphasis on community and sharing.
Okay.
Meals are often communal affairs with large platters of food shared among family and friends, fostering a sense of togetherness and connection.
That sense of community seems to be a recurring theme in our global food tour.
Right.
It's fascinating how food has this incredible power to bring people together no matter where we are in the world. But let's get specific.
Yeah.
What are some of the dishes that grace those communal tables during African celebrations?
One dish that's enjoyed across many parts of Africa, particularly in West Africa, is fufu.
Okay.
You might be surprised by its unique texture.
Okay.
It's a starchy, dough-like food made from boiled and pounded root vegetables like cassava plantains or yams.
Fufu, I've heard of that before. Sounds quite different from anything I've ever tried.
Yes.
How is it typically eaten?
It's not eaten on its own, but served alongside flavorful soups or stews.
Okay.
You use your hands to pinch off a piece of fufu, dip it into the sauce, and enjoy.
Interesting.
It's a very tactile and communal way of eating, encouraging interaction and sharing.
That's fascinating. It sounds like a dish that really brings people together.
Yes.
What other holiday meals are popular in Africa?
Another popular dish, especially in West Africa, is jollof rice.
Okay.
It's a one-pot rice dish made with tomatoes, onions, peppers, and a blend of aromatic spices.
Sounds good.
You'll find it fascinating that each country, even each family, has its own unique recipe and techniques for preparing jollof rice.
Yeah.
Sparking friendly rivalries and debates over whose version reigns supreme.
Jollof rice. I've heard so much about it.
Right.
It's a dish that seems to evoke a lot of passion and pride.
Yes.
What makes it so special?
It's more than just a dish. It's a symbol of cultural identity and a source of culinary pride.
Wow.
It's often served at weddings, birthdays, and holidays. Its vibrant red hue symbolizing joy and celebration.
It sounds absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
I love how rice is such a versatile ingredient that can be adapted to so many different cuisines and flavors.
Yes.
Are there any other African holiday dishes you'd like to highlight?
In East Africa, nyama choma is a popular dish, especially during holidays and special occasions. It's grilled meat, usually beef goat or chicken, cooked over hot coals until it's smoky tender and bursting with flavor.
Grilled meat is always a crowd pleaser. It's a universal language of deliciousness, transcending cultural boundaries.
It is?
Are there any desserts or sweet treats that are commonly enjoyed during African holidays?
Of course. One popular dessert is mandazi, which are fried dough pastries similar to donuts. They're often flavored with cardamom, coconut, or sugar, and they're a sweet and satisfying treat enjoyed across East Africa.
Mandazi sounds like a delicious way to end a festive meal. Now we've explored holiday food traditions from around the world, from the American Thanksgiving feast to the symbolic dishes of Chinese New Year to the communal meals of Africa.
Yes.
What are some of the common threads you've noticed?
What's striking is how food transcends cultural boundaries and acts as a universal language of celebration, connection, and gratitude. Whether it's a lavish feast or simple gathering, food has the power to bring people together and create lasting memories.
I couldn't agree more. It's been such a fascinating journey exploring the diverse culinary traditions and the stories behind them.
Yes.
But before we wrap up, I think it's time we turn the tables and hear from our listeners.
Yeah, it really is amazing, isn't it? Like how just a simple aroma or a taste can unlock a flood of memories,
That's true.
transporting us back to, cherished moments, familiar faces.
It's like you're right back at the dinner table with your family.
Those sensory experiences have such a powerful connection to our past, especially when it comes to holiday traditions.
Absolutely. It's like each bite tells a story of family heritage and those special moments that make the holidays so meaningful. We've explored so many fascinating food traditions from around the world today.
We have.
From the symbolic dishes of Chinese New Year to the communal meals of Africa.
Right.
And it's clear that food is more than just sustenance. It's a powerful expression of culture, identity, and connection.
And what's even more fascinating is how those food traditions continue to evolve.
Oh, yeah.
Adapting to new ingredients, influences, and family dynamics.
I think about that a lot with my own family.
Right.
We hold on to those core recipes and flavors that connect us to our past.
Exactly.
But each generation adds its own unique twist, keeping those traditions alive and relevant.
Right.
It's like a living tapestry woven with threads of tradition and innovation. Each generation adding its own unique stitch to the overall design.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
And as we become more interconnected as a global society, we're exposed to a wider array of culinary traditions,
Right.
enriching our own celebrations and expanding our palates.
It's like a global potluck where we're all sharing ingredients, recipes, and stories.
That's a great way to think about it, creating a beautiful tapestry of flavors and tradition.
I love that.
And as we gather with loved ones this holiday season, whether it's for a grand feast or an intimate gathering, let's take a moment to savor those flavors, those stories, and those connections that make this time of year so special.
Beautifully said. Let's raise a glass to the power of food to bring us together.
Yes.
To nourish our bodies and souls and to create lasting memories that we'll cherish for years to come.
Cheers to that. And to all our listeners out there, from all of us here at The Deep Dive, happiest holidays with family and friends.
Happiest holidays.